Hello there, I'm Charlie, aka Ronan Logan X, and this is Ronan Logan X Reviews. In this video, I'm taking a look at the Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves Dicelings. The first wave, to be exact. Now, I've stated in quite a few past videos that I really love Dungeons & Dragons, but I also really love Transformers. So when I saw these announced, I was pretty excited about them. I mean, D&D and Transformers isn't the first two properties I would think to have any sort of real crossover, but what they've come up with is still really cool and interesting, at least in my opinion. Although, with that said, while I do really enjoy the gimmick of these Dicelings, I definitely would have liked to have seen something more along the lines of a proper crossover. But I digress. What we did end up getting is still a really cool concept, so with that in mind, let's get into it. As it states on the packaging, all of these Dicelings transform in 8 steps, so they're not really too complicated to get from a d20 to whatever creature it is they're supposed to be transforming into. However, in my opinion, there are certain ones that are much more difficult than others. Most specifically, the Owlbear was the hardest to transform, at least by my experience. As for the easiest to transform, I have to say that I think that's the Beholder. But by no means is that to imply that it's any lesser of a Diceling transformer than the others. I just wanted to make mention of that observation. Now, once all of them have been transformed, I gotta say, as far as the design goes, I think that the dragons are definitely the standouts, at least for me, with the second best being the Beholder. Now, that's not to imply that the Owlbearer is not a great design. It's just that the rest of them stand out so much as being so much cooler, so much better implemented. At least that's my opinion of it. And out of all of them, I gotta say, I think that the Black Dragon is probably my favorite. And the deciding factor for that most likely boils down to that underbite that it has. I just love it. It reminds me of quite a few animals that I personally know, and it just makes me smile. Now, before I get to my final thoughts, I just wanted to move on to one final topic, and that is the surprising amount of articulation I found these Dicelings to have once I did get them transformed. I mean, they're nowhere near as posable as, say, a deluxe Transformer, but you can definitely get a few good poses out of them, with the sole exception being the Beholder, who's kind of just there once you do get him into his creature form. So with all of that said, I would have to give these Dicelings a high recommendation. They're just a fun, cool concept, and possess a surprisingly wide range of appeal. As I could see people who love D&D really wanting these, I could see dice collectors wanting these, and I could see Transformer fans wanting to pick these up. And at the price at which they're selling for, even if they're not your exact cup of tea, or if you're only really interested in one, it's not that major of a financial commitment. So I don't think you can really go wrong picking these up if you're of the mind to. I hope you have enjoyed this video and you have found it helpful and informative in any decisions you might have regarding the purchase of these figures. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please comment, please subscribe, and ring that bell icon if you'd like to be notified about any of my future videos. Also, if you might be interested in anything else of mine, you can find me on Instagram at RonanLoganX, where I post toy photography pictures as well as puppy pictures of my pup Ripley. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.